that huddling of businesses that they could feed off each other. And I'm sure a lot of the businesses in there that they're there now miss that activity. And so it just, I really feel for the small businessman in this respect.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, look, big things are going to be going on there. You're going to see major changes. Long term, it'll be viable and a good thing for the city of Indianapolis. However, in the short term, yeah, that's not going to be good for some of those businesses in there. All right, we'll take a break. We'll wrap up the show. Merritt's in for Casey, 93 WIBC.
Oh, it's a big day today, baby. The Hammer and Nigel show is on the road. We are live at the World Food Championships at the State Fairground. Stop by, hang out with us, eat with us. Let's have a day.
Okay, close your mouth and take a deep breath in through your nose. So the way it's supposed to be is that you should be able to breathe easily. You shouldn't feel constrained. What it should feel like is air briskly flowing freely through both nasal passages, day and night. And if not, there's a problem. And it's a don't know what your problem really was until you got it fixed kind of problem. You're living with it. I mean, you're tired a lot. It might give you headaches and sinus pressure, but you're living with it. Yeah, you sound like almost every patient we help until we get their problem fixed. And then you hear them saying, why would I put up with that? Advent will get you breathing freely again with simple in-office solutions like turbinate reduction along with balloon sinuplasty that really can change your life.
To date, Advent has solved over 40,000 breathing triangle problems. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows. When you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Results may vary.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. 800-948-1659. That's 800-948-1659.
Hey guys, it's Rob. It's Tuesday. That means Sunday is right around the corner. And this Sunday, if you're looking for a new church home or even a first church home, check out my friends at Life Church in the book of John right now, talking about the life of Jesus. And man, it is just fascinating stuff. We love Life Church. Many WIBC listeners have found a home at Life Church over the years. They're warm, they're welcoming. They'd love the opportunity to meet and welcome you and your family. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Head on over to Life Church. Campuses all across central Indiana. Noblesville, Fishers, Eagle Creek, and Pendleton, plus awesome online services. Learn more about everything at lifechurchin.com.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Earn, save, grow. It's time your money works harder and goes further with a Stockyards Bank and Trust CD. For a limited time, earn 5.15 annual percentage yield with our 5-month CD special. Proudly serving our communities since 1904. Visit any of our 5 Indianapolis area locations or syb.com/IndyCD today and experience the Stockyards Bank difference. 10,000 minimum balance required. Limited time offer. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
In the fight against lung cancer, it's game on, game strong. Franciscan Health leads the way with robotic technology to find and treat cancer sooner. Our entire team of multidisciplinary experts let cancer know it's hard to play against us. Franciscan Health is changing the game for lung cancer patients. Schedule a consultation or second opinion today. Visit franciscanhealth.org/lungcancercare.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Join WIBC this Saturday for the Home and Garden Show live from Sullivan Hardware and Garden at 71st and Keystone from 9 to 1 for Turkey Fest. Come sample Thanksgiving sides and gobble up some turkey at Turkey Fest with Sullivan Hardware and Garden and 93 WIBC.
It's the Kendall Casey Show. I'm Rob. Corbin's in for Kevin today, doing a great job. Jim Merritt is here. You ever wonder, like, okay, so what are we? We're November the 12th. Org Day is right around the corner, right? So what is it, a couple weeks, next week? Something like
2 weeks from this last Tuesday, so it's a week from today.
A week from today. All right, so next week ahead of Thanksgiving. Those of you who don't know, Org Day is where all of the politicians ahead of the legislative session get together and they start laying out like the priorities of the things we're going to work on.
It's back to school night.
Right. You basically, yeah, right. I mean, like you introduce people, the new lawmakers, here's where the bathrooms
Sworn
are.
in. Yeah, people are sworn in that won re-election or election.
Right.
And you start work on forming the committees, and not until then. And it's one of those they call it Organization Day for a reason. Families come in and watch their family member get sworn in, and it's kind of a day of celebration.
Yeah. So one of the things that this legislative session is going to have that's going to be a little bit different is we're going to have a new governor.
Yes.
And look, Eric Holcomb became the governor, but he was appointed lieutenant governor before he was the governor. So I mean, it's going to be the first time in a while you have somebody to which now Mike Braun was a state rep. So many of these people know Mike Braun as a state rep, but it's a sort of a new group. Let's face it, the Holcomb people are not probably going to be hanging around with a lot of the Braun people. Like there's going to be, I'm not going to say house cleaning in the sense of everyone must go, but there's going to be a lot of people coming and going out of that state house next year.
Yeah, I would be surprised if any cabinet member of Holcomb's, other than maybe for a short time, to make sure things run correctly and then you can hand the baton off, but very few Holcomb appointees. And remember, this is the second term. It's in the 8th year of a two-term governor, and most of the, if not all, maybe most of all the individuals who were in the Holcomb cabinet have left and have been replaced.
Yeah, they've already seen the like the trains coming, right? I mean, the main people, a lot of them have already gotten out of the thing. And so you and I were just chatting before the show today about what this next legislative session is going to look like. And maybe we'll get a little clue on this next Tuesday, because there's a major point of conflict here, which I don't think we've seen in quite a while, between the governor and the legislature, in the sense of Braun, and he was elected on it, has made property tax reform his signature issue. He's asked that it be Senate Bill 1. He's asked that the House correspondent, that they pass meaningful property tax reform that kind of centers around his proposal of resetting those bills to 2021 levels. It's a totally reasonable proposal. It solves much of the issue, and it still keeps much of the, so you're not totally overhauling the system itself.
Right.
It's sort of a middle ground, right? Like it gets out of the ridiculousness of my property taxes are $1,000 more than they were 3 years ago, but it preserves the system as a collective. And let's face it, you and I were talking about this. He's going to run into a large group of lawmakers who don't want anything to do with this because they're petrified of their local school system.
That's exactly right. And when you look at it, it's really fascinating in a couple instances. Is because, like for instance, in 2016, Holcomb's named lieutenant governor by Pence, and then Pence becomes a vice presidential nominee. Holcomb goes to the state Republican committee. It's because there's not a convention. He wins the nod.
Thanks to his buddy Jamie Knoll. Depending on who you believe, Jamie Knoll cast the deciding vote.
Jamie Knoll had a lot of experience and a lot of pull with that in that regard. And then you have 2020, where you have a pandemic and a governor running for re-election. And you had to play with the primary dates because of the pandemic, and and all that brought us.
Well, he just changed it. He just walked out and changed it.
Well, yes, but my point is back then, all this cloud, and now you have a fresh governor, somebody that's actually served in the legislature, that knows a lot of the players. He's not Suzanne Crouch, who had probably 90% of the legislature supporting her. But you have somebody that knows the system, and he'll have people in the legislative liaison position that'll know the legislature. It's just going to be a completely different situation from the last couple governor elections.
Yeah, but specifically as it relates to property taxes.
Right.
Okay, so Braun ran on that. He had to be nudged, but he ultimately made it a center point.
Well, no governor candidate has had that type of mandate.
Well, and so this is the point, right? So, and this is what I've tried to tell our audience is there's two parts to this equation. One was Braun winning with a mandate above 50%. Check mark. Big round of applause to everybody. You done your part. Now part two is going to be you're going to have to drive your lawmakers to supporting Mike Braun, because I can guarantee you the local school systems and the city and county governments are going to come out in earnest against what they're trying to do, because they don't want to get their fiscal house in order. They don't want to have to make any potential cuts or changes to how they govern. And I think this is going to be a fascinating exercise in government if the legislature of the same party is going to have the you-know-whats to buck an incoming governor on his signature issue that he ran on and won on.
Yes, and remember, Governor Pence won by 49%, not 50.
Yeah.
And so you're right. Step one, over 50 mandate. Second, two, a big issue that affects everybody. And three, there are many people out here that understand that this program needs renovating, and people want to eliminate it, and it needs a large dose of analysis and movement this coming session of the legislature.
Now you think I got a fight on my hands here?
Yes, I do, because not only you're talking about local schools, you're talking about local government, you're talking about police and fire, and
you're talking about $4 million empty patches of grass, and we're talking about $36 million basketball arenas. Like, we're not going to say the police and fire are going to be impacted, because you could do everything Braun wants to do, and if these towns really and cities want to do it, they can do it. They don't have to cut the police.
Well, and most people know that I tried to take all 9 townships in Marion County and put them all into Indianapolis Fire Department and lost.
Yeah. These local government people, man, they do not want reform. So get ready. We just thought all that kind of give you a little primer of what's coming up, and you're really going to have to engage here over the next couple of months, because
you're moving heaven and earth.
Yeah, that's they call it maybe they'll name it after me. What do you think? Hey, great job today, Jim Merritt. You're the best. Thank you. Corbin, great job as well. And most importantly, thank you to you, the listener. Without you, there is no us. Stick around. Tony Katz coming up next. It's Kendall Casey Show, 93 WIBC.
This is an